Turkey sits in a volatile region, but throughout the unrest that swept the Middle East, it's held up as a modern democratic Muslim nation. Until now. It's Friday, May 31st. You're in Istanbul, where there's a peaceful protest against plans to rip up trees and turn this site into a shopping mall. Locals set up tents, sing and perform book readings to keep bulldozers out. Refusing to move, the situation gets messy. Riot police reportedly fired tear gas, water cannons and rubber bullets into the crowd. By Saturday morning, more than 40,000 people marched towards the centre of Istanbul, chanting anti-government slogans. 4 days on, more than 1,700 people have been arrested and scores injured in clashes across the country. But while CNN International was running coverage of the protests, CNN Turkey was running this.
All right.
But how did a peaceful protest over a shopping mall turn into nationwide turmoil? It's become an onslaught against the country's Islamically conservative government. Turkey's parliament recently passed controversial legislation, which if signed into law would see stronger Islamic teachings introduced into school curriculum and the curbing of alcohol sales and advertising. Last year, Turkish Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan sparked outrage when he likened abortion to murder. And in the past, he's tried to slip a ban on adultery through government. Protesters want him to resign. Erdogan says the escalation in protests are the work of the government's main secular opposition, the Republican People's Party or the CHP. He's written them off as a small minority, creating chaos to undermine democracy.
Wherever you go around the world, governments take precautions against these kinds of movements. That's what we're doing here. The misuse of tear gas by our security forces is being investigated by our ministry. I don't deny the abuse.
The ferocity of these protests is a huge surprise to many. Turkey's long been described by the US as an excellent model of democracy, particularly amidst the recent uprisings in neighbouring countries.
This is not Taksim or Gezi Park anymore. This is Tahrir Square. This is Red Square. This is the square of the revolution.
Despite being popularly elected more than once, protesters continue to call on their PM to resign. Most analysts reckon it's unlikely to happen anytime soon, if at all. Rights advocates say Turkey is the leading jailer of journalists worldwide, imprisoning more than China or even Iran. Freedom of expression in all its forms is under pressure. This begs the question, is Taksim the new Tahrir?